Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Risk of Rain 2. So I've decided what we're going to do with the characters is just do them in order, one episode each, until we've done them all, and then we'll figure out what we want to come back to from there. Which means today, we are playing as the Huntress. I think the Huntress is a considerably stronger baseline character than the Commando, and honestly, I think she scales just fine. To be perfectly honest with you, even though the Commando has really good scaling, I think he's just kind of not that good as a character. So the whole deal with the Huntress is that she has homing attacks, and you don't really get to aim. There are some upsides to this, such as if you are bad at aiming, she will take care of it for you, and there are some downsides in that it becomes difficult to prioritize particular targets with some of her attacks. We'll deal with it. Somehow, we will live. So you can see her main attack has the Agile keyword, which means we can use it while sprinting. We never have to stop running, which is really nice. And we are using the second primary, Flurry. I don't even remember what I did to unlock this, but I have not played with it at all, so this is going to be interesting. We're going to find out how this works together. The normal one is just, you know, it shoots an arrow, and the arrow goes and finds the enemy. This one, you load up multiple strikes, and I don't know, we'll play with it. We also have a cool bouncing laser glaive, a teleport that, much like the Commando's movement ability, resets your vertical momentum, so you can use it to negate fall damage, and then the ability to shoot lots of arrows. Teleport into the sky and just shoot a ton of arrows. You'll notice most of the time, damage values on skills and items are expressed as a percentage. Keep in mind that's a percentage of the damage you have that is based on your level. So as we continue to level up, these numbers will not change, but the base values that they're multiplying change. And that's how the scaling works. Alright. Now, there are some things about yesterday's run that did not go ideally. I don't want to overstate the problem, but you know, some of that was pretty rough. Okay, so you can see when we're kind of near an enemy, it just gets a reticle on it, and I can kind of look around it, and she'll just figure it out for me. It's not a super difficult character to play, obviously, and it's pretty powerful. Again, Commando's just like a real bad baseline. I think, for my money, all of the other characters are better. I like all of them better anyway. So that's our blink. It's pretty useful, pretty straightforward, of course, as almost everything in Risk of Rain. Pretty low cooldown. I was reading about the game a little bit. Oh hey, we found the teleporter immediately. Let's have a little bit of a look around. We can already afford more items, so let's see if we can grab okay, there's a healing drone in the circle. We'll pick that up while we're running the teleporter event. I'm going to be honest with you, I teleported way further than I was expecting to there. That was not what I was going for. Boy, what do you think? Let's try jumping up the vent here, see if this takes us anywhere interesting. I do not want to 3D print a lockbox key. That's what that item over there is. I think I may have borked the audio mix a little bit. It sounds a little louder. Hopefully it won't be an issue. On the levels, it looks like it's not going to be an issue. I'm going to be honest with you. I like the sound in this game being real high because I think they did a fantastic job with it. In particular, I love the music. Hopefully you're going to get to hear some of the good music this time. Hopefully we're going to get to a level where you get to hear some of it. Where the heck are all the chests? I just want, like, a couple of items. You notice my, this is an issue I was coping with last episode. My natural inclination whenever using a movement ability is to jump first. I don't exactly know why. It's not a Risk of Rain thing. That's something that's been true for a real long time. But it's really bad with the tactical slide. Like, you lose a lot of distance by being in the air. Yeah, wow, there's just, like, there's no chests anywhere. Alright, hold on. We're going down here. So, this is what I was talking about with using the teleport to cancel your vertical momentum. You can see the bouncing laser glaive is... Oh, hey, lunar coin. We have so many lunar coins. We should probably go to the lunar shop when we have the opportunity and just start trying the lunar items, because I really don't know what most of them do. And there's only one way to learn. That's not true. There's a bunch of ways to learn. We could absolutely just, like, look stuff up on the wiki. Here, we're going to hit this guy with the ultimate. So you teleport up in the air, you get a little targeting thing. It's not a huge amount of damage, but it's really good area damage. That is a problem that we often had with the Commando that we will not have with the Huntress. She is great at dealing with crowds. There don't... Okay, there's something. I was gonna say, there don't seem to be any things to buy here. Oh, sure, let's do it. Pray to the Shrine of the Mountain. I have invited the challenge. Let's get challenged. A red item right away. Sentient meat hook. Huh. I have never seen that before either. Alright, so we can use these guys as cover from each other. Obviously, it doesn't work so well on when the one in the front shoots. Let's get back over to the teleporter. We'll fight these guys. So you can use that teleport to dodge like that, and then you can just fall right in front of the guy and get hit. So, I don't remember, did we see the Challenge of the Mountain last episode? If not, what I've done here is I've caused the game to spawn an additional boss. Which obviously is gonna complicate things slightly, but we will get an additional reward as well. Alright, and we have the money right now. Let's just go ahead and hire the drone. We have to, that's right, we have to kill the boss. You can totally interact with chests and stuff inside of the boss zone after you have killed the boss. Fortunately, the boss's eye laser seems to be focused on our drone. Drones can be killed, but they have fairly good regen, and they don't... you can see my ultimate went on cooldown there. I tried to use the ult to dodge that, but apparently I hit it just late enough to spend it without actually getting any benefit from it, which is fun. Again, use the bosses as cover from each other, and then run out from behind the cover so that you get shot by a laser. This is terrifying. He actually did kill my drone, but I am going to just get it back up. Actually, the healing drone... Oh, that was bad. Well, I mean, it works. I'm surprised that the healing drone was available to us, given that the boss is still alive and everything. I would love my gunner drone back. We're going to have to, obviously, get back up there. Come on. Yeah, okay, there we go. Needed to get back on the ground. Unfortunately, I'm getting hit a lot by the ground attack that they have. Okay. My plan to deal with that guy's laser attack was simply to kill him before it became an issue, and it kind of sort of worked. Oh, damn it, again with the dramatically over-teleporting. It is not mitigable, you know, when you press it, she just goes the distance that attack goes. Okay, that could have been cleaner, but we got a Hopu feather. In fact, 2 Hopu feathers. I think you always get the same item multiple times when you get multiple items from the boss. So, additional jumps. Honestly, it doesn't sound great. Like, it's certainly not a useful thing for combat. It's not going to help us kill any faster. But I like having a couple of Hopu feathers. I think it does help a lot. Are there any chests over here, maybe? I'm trying to think. Did we came down in there, right? Yeah, this is where stuff is open. So, there's a lot of 3D printers on this level, but I don't, like... 3D printers aren't helpful for gaining items. They just let you turn items into other... I need, like, just some raw stuff. I think we're going to activate this turret over here. It's going to teleport into the next area with us, because we don't have anything else to spend money on? Hold on, there's a box up there. Unfortunately, throwing the glaive does break your sprint. Okay. Immediately resetting skill cooldowns is nice. Obviously, it's nice to be able to throw the glaive a lot. It's very powerful. It's very powerful on the initial hit, and then it gets more powerful as it bounces around. And I think we're just gonna bounce here. There we go. See, finally, I'm making good use of the fact that the blink goes really quite a long distance. I should have taken note before we started the run of what the other achievements were to unlock the rest of her abilities, because I actually have no idea. There might be things that we should be trying to do. Alright, let's have a look around. So let me give you an idea of the power of the Hopu Feather. Look at the amount of traversal ability that we have now. We can really move. Alright, we got a couple of item boxes over here. Just let the glaive do its thing over there. I have no idea if I think that this if I think this primary attack is actually better than the default one. The default one is a very straightforward, just, you know, hold down the button and it shoots type thing. I was after the episode yesterday. Here's our teleporter. After the episode yesterday, I was playing with my friends a little bit yesterday evening, and I discovered something on this map that I think is pretty neat. So I'm gonna show you a thing here. If you wanna, I guess if you wanna not get spoiled about a secret, I don't know. Fast forward the video a minute or two. But while I was fighting over in this area, there we go. While I was fighting over in this area, I saw this. Look at that. There's a little cave down there. And it's not difficult to access under any circumstances, but with our Hopu Feather, it's going to be especially easy to get there. Look at this weird little thing. This is one of the things that I really love about, and both of the Risk of Rain games have this kind of stuff, just like these weird little secrets shoved away in the corners. So you find this little spooky cave underneath the level. There's like shattered remnants of machinery and stuff down here. And then when you get to the middle... Oh, it's not here anymore. I guess because I already unlocked it. When I got here the first time, there was this weird misshapen skeleton with horns just like huddled, floating in the air here and shaking rapidly. That was very unnerving. I was kind of hoping that would still be there. I think that's the fun part of that secret cavern. And interacting with it, of course, unlocked a new item, because that's how Risk of Rain works. So the game is very achievement-based. I don't know if I made clear the way that things are unlocked in this game. But new items, as well as characters, as well as moves for the characters, are unlocked by getting achievements, by various feats in-game. And a lot of the time, it's stuff like, you know, kill this enemy 10 times, or die while on fire 3 times. But sometimes it's find a weird secret cave with a creepy skeleton hidden inside the map. Anyway, we should probably... Oops, I did it bad. Hopu Feather saved me. We should probably go hit that teleporter, and then we can scout around a little bit later. I'm noticing that because I'm talking, because I'm trying to do commentary and stuff, I'm playing the game just a lot more slowly than I do when I'm playing it just for me. And I think I should probably try to... oh, that's right, I picked up a spare magazine. Really, really good with Huntress. Because obviously, like, the Glaive is sort of, like, core to your damage output. Am I going to be able to hit him with my R? Yeah, okay, as long as I fire it below him. The arrows come down from above, so... These guys are a little bit of a nightmare. I'm a little concerned about the lack of cover in this area when the, I know I'm stepping outside of the zone. It's intentional. I'm trying to build a strategy here. When we go into low health Nova mode, I'm really concerned that I'm not going to be able to find my way out. Now, the Huntress is not good at long-range fighting because the targeting reticle doesn't appear when you're far away from stuff. Okay, there we go. So now we got to get back over there and get the job done. Okay, I live! Ah, shoot. I did not, in fact, kill him before the second Nova. Yeah, that's a rough place to have to fight a Vagrant, because there's nothing to stand behind anywhere near him. Could it have been done? Yeah, absolutely. And I bet that if you use a tall enemy as cover, it works, because, as we've seen, enemies work as cover from most things. So, that to some degree that was that area being rough, and to some degree it was me not playing optimally. You see in the text log where it says a blue orb appears? That means that when we finish the level, we are going to get to go to the Lunar Shop without having to have spent a coin to open up the shop first. Which is... that's a neat thing. I mean, it's a thing that happens totally randomly. You can't plan for it. If you want to get to the Lunar Shop, if you explore the level, there's usually a newt altar somewhere that you can spend 1 coin on that will open up the shop when you finish the level. Sometimes you just randomly get it for free. Second to bounce? Yeah. Alright, so this is a Lunar Pod. We're going to go ahead and throw a coin on this and get ourselves Beads of Fealty. Huh. Seems to do nothing. Well... again, I don't really know how the game works, and there's a lot of things that I don't know what they do. I have no idea what it is that we just got here. Okay. Let's go find that teleporter. Gosh, it's nice to feel powerful again. As you can see, I have full faith in the Glaive. I assume that the Glaive will get the job done. I'm trying to rack my head for, like, what could be the effect of this item? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna hit this real quick before the event. Just give me some gold to play with. And then I'm gonna start the event while we're at half health because I have no sense of self-preservation. No respect for my own well-being. Oh good, it's the Wandering Vagrant. You know how I love to fight him. We do have a nice rock over here to use as cover. Okay, so it looks like I cannot charge up my attack if I don't have a target. A little worried about this. So it's not, I can't like charge up my attack while I'm behind the rock in total safety and then walk out afterward and just launch the fully charged thing. This is going reasonably well so far. Really want him to go into Nova mode, like, soon. There it is. Okay. You know what? I'm not sure that this is going to work as cover. Okay, yeah, it does. We were behind it enough. And now just kill him before the second Nova, and you won't have any problems. There you go. What did he drop? He dropped his yellow item. So each boss has a yellow quality item that they sometimes drop. They're boss specific. We gained his low health Electric Nova ability. I do think this is probably the worst one. I mean, sometimes it goes off and it totally saves you. And like, the times when you get it will be the times when you most need it, right? But also, a huge percentage of the time it's doing absolutely nothing, while a lot of the yellow quality items are always useful. Like, I'm usually quite happy to see a yellow drop. Alright, let's go find a place to spend our money real quick. Finished the teleporter at 3:30 is a lot more like the pace that I like to see. I feel a lot more comfortable with that, although also I would like to have maybe explored the level a little bit more by now. It's alright, she's real fast at it. We will get the job done. Show me some chests. Oh, my thing was not off cooldown. I assumed that it would be. Ow. Okay. Ooh, equipment. Early equipment's good. Show me something fun. Cleanse all negative effects. Not that fun. I mean, I guess it's a good way to get unfrozen if you get frozen at a real bad time. And that's not nothing. But it's kind of close to nothing. It's closer to nothing than I'd like. Again, we're seeing some cool qualities of items and not actually cool items. I managed to come back to exactly where I came from. Once again, I have a real skill for that. There are a lot of these little coin chests here, and not so many of the kind of chest that has an item in it. I should probably, for maximum move speed, I should probably be teleporting such that I stay on the ground. Yeah, this thing where we are going to leave this level with 3 items, this does not work for me. Give me something. Cool stuff? Right, this is the cool stuff? Okay, I'll take stun grenade. So I think that items that proc on hit are probably pretty good with us, or pretty good for Huntress. that we do a lot of hits in real quick succession. Let me check one more little area over here, and then we probably got to get going. But there's the this ramp up here that we didn't actually look at. I do feel like we are getting just way fewer items than I usually get. God, so many of the chests generated as these things. Okay, backup magazine. Feel pretty good about it, actually. Like to see a backup magazine. I think we're just gonna go, because we can see it. There's nothing up here. Let's use the blue portal. Let's go to the lunar shop. I have 22 lunar coins. Let's just buy a weird item and see if it's cool. There's some other stuff we can do in the lunar shop. If I have this many coins, we may as well spend some. This place is so cool. This weird floating rocks. I don't know when this exactly became a weird video game visual language thing that all games use, but I do like it. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, so I have none idea what any of this stuff does. That one looks like a bell. So here's the thing I know. There is one blue item that makes it so you gain money when you hit people, but lose money when you get hit. And there's one blue item that I think makes you do a bunch of bonus damage, but also makes you like really fragile. There's totally a glass cannon type item. I'm a little leery of getting that. Let's try this one. I want to know what happens when we ring this bell. Oh, is it equipment? Yeah, it's got an orange glow. Burn everything nearby, including you and allies. You know, honestly, I don't necessarily think that's great for us, because we're already very good at dealing with crowds. What about you? Visions of Heresy. I like some heresy. Replace your primary skill with Hungering Gaze. Is there a way for me to view the text of this skill? Here we go. Fire a flurry of tracking shards that detonate after a delay, dealing 120% damage. Each, presumably. It says it has 12 charges? Okay, no matter how many of them we fire, it takes 2 seconds, then it refreshes all the way to 12. And they're tracking? This seems like it should be pretty good, actually. I mean, it will no longer probably get our automatic targeting reticle, but if they're homing in anyway, that seems like a total win. So we could choose which level we want to see next. Do we want Spooky Roots or the desert? Honestly, I don't care enough to... Let's not buy any more blue items. I feel like we've gambled and won here. Let's just take it. Do I want to grab my thing, or do I want to keep the fight? Yeah, let's keep this this equipment that we got. Maybe it will be really cool. We'll test it in a low stress situation at the beginning of the next level here to see if it really like does a huge amount of damage to us. But I'm digging this. This Hungering Gaze thing seems neat. Okay, dropped me in right on top of a healing drone. We'll try to remember that that's there. So you might have noticed. Oh, I like that this lets me attack from further away. Okay, and it does home in, but not like a lot. Interesting. Yeah, this fixes the problem the Huntress sometimes has of not being able to attack until you get too close to stuff. I'm into it. It looks really cool, too. Alright, hey you. Get burned. Wow, this is considerable damage. Okay, so it ticks on me constantly. It's like an AoE that I have to hold on enemies. Alright, I get this. How long does this last? Because it's not doing a huge amount of damage to me, but it lasts long enough that it's a little concerning. Alright, we'll prioritize getting a health item. Fortunately, that last... Oh, right, I was I was expecting my natural Huntress abilities to take over for me there. It does break your sprint. We can no longer sprint while attacking, which is a shame. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty powerful. I like it. So we did see a health item chest back there. That didn't work. I always think I'm going to get a little bit more significant of a tell from these guys than I do. And then I end up getting shot by the laser because I didn't dodge in time. Yes, the tracking effect on this is not super strong. Like, it doesn't turn all that much. I think we're going to take the, bad time to get frozen. Ow. I think we're going to take the random one from this. I don't really love the other two items on offer here. Okay. A bunch of metal shards shoot out from you when you take damage. Glaive does the work. So we still don't actually know... There it is. There's my embers. Is it up on the platform here? Yes, it is. Okay. Still haven't really adjusted to how far that that moves you. Oh no, it's down next to the platform. Alright, so the rusted key gives us access to a rusty lockbox. Every once in a while you'll just find one on the ground. It seems to me, based on my limited experience with them, that the rusty lockboxes do not contain, on average, like, better loot than normal. So the key just seems like, instead of getting a bad item now, you get a bad item later. Which obviously is pretty bad. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of a key. Let's try to get rid of some of these wisps. Yeah, this is really good. Ow. I'm taking a lot of damage, though. I'm also shooting the teleporter a ton, which is not helping my DPS. It turns out if you want to do damage to the enemies, you have to actually hit the enemies. Not a problem that you usually have as Huntress. Oh, Leech Seed. Hey, given the way I'm playing right now, that's a pretty good idea. And actually, I wonder, since it says dealing damage heals you, not landing attacks heals you, I wonder if that will just completely negate the damage we take off of this equipment item. Because the damage it deals will replenish the life it's taking from us. Okay, so that's just a gun. Just trying to use the boss claws to locate chests in the immediate area. I think we have some interesting equipment going here. Now, I want to make it back over and pick up that healing item chest, but I'm going to level with you. I do not 100% remember where it was. It was this way, right? Given that there's a fairly small number of total maps, you would think that I would eventually get better at holding the 3D spaces of them in my head, especially since that's not a thing that I usually have trouble with. I would say that generally I think that I have a fair amount of skill at that, but for some reason, I just cannot remember where anything is in this game. I think it was over here. It was before we got to that tunnel. Obviously, we don't want to spend a lot of time looking for it. It's somewhat complicated by the water. Is that it? Yes, that is it. Show me... Okay, infusion. Killing an enemy permanently increases your maximum health. Up to 100 points per infusion that you have. Pretty good item, if you ask me. Which I'm sure you did. I'm sure you in your room, cried out, SB, tell me, quickly. Quickly, is this item worth having? Yeah, I think so, man. Don't worry, we're gonna get through this together. Wish my teleport had a shorter cooldown. I want to always be teleporting. Okay, yep, buy a drone. That's that drone I was looking for. And then... I don't think I want to 3D print our white quality items. Like, I would hate to lose my magazine, and the item that goes into the 3D printer is randomly selected. There's a way that you can game that. But we have not yet encountered it, so I'm not going to worry about it. See, okay, here we go. Here's some stuff. So if you notice a red orb flying out of an enemy after we kill them, flying over to us, that's the infusion buff. The little red orb is the thing that actually gives you the max health increase. Okay, bonus damage to nearby enemies, probably pretty good. Heal on kill, or no, I'm going to take the crowbar. More damage to healthy enemies. I like to make healthy enemies not that healthy, and this is a good item for doing that. Moving real slow here. We had a good clip going when we originally pulled the thing on the first teleporter, and then I just got distracted. Now, one thing I'm not clear about, that I didn't notice during all the chaos there, is it looks like when the projectiles from this new primary deal damage, they explode. I'm not sure if that's just the graphic of them dealing damage, or if they actually do hit in an area around the thing that you've stuck them in. Perhaps increasing our AoE ability even further. I do so hate Greater Wisps. And probably at this point you have a pretty good idea of why. Aha! Get dodged! Let's see, do we... It's hard to tell sometimes if you see embers on this map because of the snow. But I don't think we do. I love this glaive. That would have been such a nightmare to deal with as the commando. Alright, my guess is the teleporter on this map seems to be near the coast a lot. I don't think that that's... Oh, there it is. I don't think that's actually like a rule of the map or anything, but I just often find it over here. Here, we'll take... On this one, we'll take the med kit. Just looking for a little bit of healing to bolster the usefulness of our equipment. And let's just go ahead and hit that teleporter. Ow. My ankles. Alright, we're gonna do it. Wow! Wow, look at the damage. I mean, in all of the damage. I was so blown away by the amount of damage we were dealing to the boss, I was not looking at my health bar. I will admit that. Okay. This is going to be the one. Here's the thing. This is going to be the one. Lunar items are dangerous, but also very cool. Listen, we will go back to the Lunar shop if we have an opportunity. We will prioritize taking Lunar items just so that we can learn what they all do. I hear it. I hear the enemies. Yeah, I don't know. To be perfectly honest with you, I kind of think I like the normal Huntress attack better. Just, it's less bursty. It feels more consistent. Do we want stun grenade? I'm going to take random. There are some real good white quality items. I have no idea if that's one of them, because again, the text is pretty non-specific. There is a logbook that someone in the comments of the first episode suggested I check out for more information. I had not really thought of that. I just kind of assumed that the information in the logbook would be the same as the information in the tooltips. So we'll maybe after this run we'll take a look at the logbook and see what it has to tell us. Oh hey, hell yeah, Challenge of the Mountain. There are some points at which you should stop taking challenges of the mountain, probably. But in general, I want more risk and more reward. Just waiting for this to come off cooldown. I also want the money to activate the drone. Hooray, drone. Yeah, the glaive is just... The glaive is an amazing item. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have. Alright, do we have any idea? We really don't, right? It could be up there, maybe? I'm starting to adjust. Yeah, sure, give me a lunar thing. Mess me up. What is this? Massive boost to all stats, except some of the time the opposite of that. Not a big fan of that one. Are there any items, like, right around here? Okay, that'll do. Alright, that seems fine. I'm wondering if maybe I misunderstood the way that chests and interactables in the boss area work. Maybe they're only locked for like a couple of seconds. Ooh, double wandering vagrant, like maximum in the open. Alright, well. The good news is I dodged the laser. Ow. Bad news is I didn't dodge the laser the second time. Okay, here we go. Here's some cover. Let's start working from back here. I mean, I guess let's hit this tonic. It looks like I got the buff. I feel like I'm attacking pretty fast and for kind of a lot of damage. Huh. That's pretty weird that dude just like gained a huge amount of health all of a sudden. I thought for sure we were gonna have him dead before he even got to Nova. Okay, dear all enemies, I'm very busy right now. If you could maybe just fuck off for a minute. Oh no, I'm not gonna make it over the wall! I thought we would be able to jump over that and get to the other side and use it as cover against the vagrant. That was a practice run. This is the real one. This is this is the real one. I swear to you, like, I'm not great at this game, but I'm a hell of a lot better at this game than these last 2 episodes have made me look. I swear. Sorry, that was just to create drama. I'm just trying to dial up the performance, you know? Ah. See, usually you can just move. It's just not stopping is enough to dodge the laser. I'm not sure why some of the time I'm still getting hit even while running lateral to the thing at normal maximum speed. I don't know. Alright, since we're starting this run so late in the episode, this has gotta be a go fast run. This is the one where we just go fast and everything's good and alright. By the way, I should note, the Huntress is again a class I have not played with a ton. We haven't gotten to the classes I'm like real practiced with yet. So part of me misestimating my abilities a lot is a lack of familiarity here. When we get to like the engineer and the loader, there'll be less, oh geez, I didn't realize Blink would take me that far kind of stuff. Which is not to say that we will necessarily win. Okay, I like Forgive Me Please. I think this is a real good item if we can find some like will-o'-the-wisps or some gasoline or something to play with. And obviously kids, don't play with gasoline or will-o'-the-wisps. Honestly, there's a real health hazard. My advice to everyone would be, don't live in a magical fantasy swamp in the first place. Just don't do it. Just say no, not even once. The magical fantasy swamp. Let me tell you something. As a kid who watched The Never-Ending Story, when I was definitely the target age for that story, and as such, definitely too young to see that movie, I have some real strong visceral feelings about magical fantasy swamps. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't look it up. You don't need to know this. Let me be the character in the Lovecraft story who issues the warning that saves your sanity. And yes, I'm aware that that is not how any of those stories go. They always look. They're always told not to look. They're always told it's a really bad idea, and they always look. Okay, we're going to grab this drone and then get off of this ledge. I wanted to clear the ledge quickly so that we could know we don't have to come back here. Is the teleporter down here somewhere? I am seeing embers. Wait, I thought... Yeah, these are embers. Where the hell is the... Oh, it's right... Maybe it's right there. Maybe it's directly next to me. So we've done a pretty bad job of finding items here. But at the same time, Yeah, see the chests? The chest in the boss area is not locked even a little bit this time. At the same time, we do have a much stronger baseline, I think, than the Commando, so... I feel like the amount of time that the robots charge their laser for is not consistent. I always go too late or too early, and I want to believe that if it took the same amount of time to charge, eventually I would learn. So basically I'm going to blame the game, because the other alternative is I'm bad at stuff, and I'm not willing to live in that world. I refuse to accept it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn this thing on real quick. That's going to help. We are getting a lot of enemies. Feels like I'm not getting a lot of time on the boss here. Oh, I love that. I love you doing attacks toward the turret. So we're just going to keep walking back and forth nervously and firing our cool stuff whenever it comes up. There we go. When I'm actually focused in a little bit, the DPS comes pretty quickly. Ow. Ow, though. Like, for real. Alright, give me cool stuff. You know what? Better for this class than for most, because obviously we have an attack we can use without stopping our sprint. We're just going to take a real quick tour over here. You can probably tell that we're moving a lot faster than normal. The goat hoof is significant. I like the goat hoof a lot. I also like that it actually replaces one of your legs. I'm pretty sure that when you get multiple stacks of an item, it doesn't do any further visual changes. So I think if we find another goat hoof, it won't turn our other foot into a hoof, but I kind of wish it would. There might be stuff over there, but I don't want to stick around any longer. We didn't actually check the lower part of this area that the teleporter's on, so we'll see. Okay, yeah, there's stuff down here. Show me cool items. Cool items.txt. Additional goat hoof is actually fine. That said, I'm going to replace one of my goat hoofs with a dagger. Maybe the other one too? Yeah, I'm going to do the other one too. We're going to up our actual DPS at the cost of some movement speed, and maybe I'm going to regret having done that, but I do like attack. I do like to kill. Here, let's open this and see if the thing we get is more compelling. I'm gonna stick with the one we have. So the ocular HUD is an activated. When you activate it, all of your attacks hit critically for 8 seconds. It is super powerful. It does a lot of damage. But the item we have right now is sort of a fun combo build thing, and I wanna do a fun combo build thing with it. So we're gonna stick to this. 6 minutes into the second area. It's okay. It's a start. It's a start as far as speed goes. Alright. We need to find this next teleporter. I love you, Glaive. So obviously you can shoot the pots in this area and they will explode because it is a video game, and that's what objects do in video games. There's a weird little bit of randomness in the level. There's often a bunch of garbage piled up in that little tunnel. It's not piled up high enough to prevent you from getting through. It's just a bunch of garbage. Like you have to use a movement ability to climb over it most of the time. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just hit the teleporter right away, I think, and then we'll maybe look around a little bit afterward. But I think we have a reasonable kit for a really fast boss fight here. We'll pull the boss super early. So, unfortunately, I don't feel like I have a lot of places to hide from the boss's terrifying vomit. That time I was paying enough attention to see the wind-up, and there is considerable wind-up on that. You don't have to get surprised by it, I just often do get surprised by it. Come on. Come on. More glaives, more glaives! Alright. So, a huge number of elites have been spawned. like a really huge number. Way more than normal. And that is a problem we are going to have to deal with here. Okay, I think we got most of them. Oh, there's definitely still a... Okay, we killed the other Fire Lemurian as well. Oh, I teleported, but I was standing in the poison when I teleported, so, you know, pressing the button. It's fine. The trick with the horrible poison goop is don't stand in it. Then you don't have to worry about whether or not it's going to kill you before your ability gets off. This is going not that well. Would you please just die? Spawning a bunch of elites directly on top of me, like right at spawn, feels like a little shitty. This game is just like, hey, why don't you have a problem you definitely aren't prepared to deal with? Okay. The good news is we have enough money to open some chests now. Wait. Sometimes I feel like I can pop something really easily just as I run past it, and other times not so much. Alright, got some armor-piercing rounds. There's our teleporter. And honestly, like, armor-piercing rounds is good enough in my opinion, but let's have a quick look around over here. No chests down that way. There's a chest and a, I don't know what to call those. An item stand, I guess? You know, like in JoJo's. That is the first and last JoJo's joke I will ever make. Shield on kill, heal on kill, regen on kill. I think I like shield on kill best out of these, but none of them are awesome. Alright, well, let's just run around those. Okay, activating the teleporter at 2 minutes. This is, I feel like, the kind of speed I'm usually aiming for. I talk about how I'm not going quite as quickly on the, during the series as I do when playing alone. And that's certainly true, and it's certainly, like, partially that I'm talking and not focusing quite as much. But also, I do want to say, I feel like, in general, I get way more items. Like, I see way more chests way more quickly when I'm playing solo. So the strategy feels more viable. This might be one of these, one of those roguelite things where I should be adapting. You can go fast if you find items close together, and if not, you gotta build for sort of a longer-term, more sustainable strategy. Okay, so there's something over there. I don't know what that is. It looks like it's probably a chest. So we'll grab that real quick when this ends. Can I... Aha! I managed to do that in a way that still didn't hit you, but that attack definitely outranges our normal attack. This is a pretty calm teleporter event, all things considered. Really doesn't feel like we got a lot of enemies this time. So yeah, hopefully you all see, I know I'm not necessarily doing a great job of showing it off, but hopefully you all see what I was talking about with like the baseline difference between the classes. The Commando feels a lot weaker at the beginning of the game than the Huntress does, in my opinion. Is this is also unopened, okay. See, I knew we came down through here, so I thought there was a chance I would have seen that at least. Alright, let's move. I know we have a little bit of money, but I don't think it's worth looking for opportunities to spend it. We'll just convert it into XP. I like leaving the first level at 4 minutes. That feels good. And we're doing, like, okay on items. Not awesome. Not even the best start we've had this video, certainly. But we are doing okay. I would definitely really prefer to have like an extended magazine or something. Alright. I do like the shield on kill. It's a very, very short duration shield, but it's long enough to work while you're fighting. Alright, there's a nice hole in the wall there, so let's remember that there is stuff back there for us to care about. Let's, of course, pray to the Shrine of the Mountain, as always. I'm a huge fan of the mountain, apparently. Is the teleporter over in the corner? No, it is not. These guys are kind of bad news. I am probably not using my ultimate enough. It's certainly effectively enough. Goat hoof or... yeah, let me get that random. Okay, I would rather have had the goat hoof. I was hoping for like a magazine there. Goat hoof's solid though. I should just be willing to take it when it is on offer. Alright, the problem with the bustling fungus. The bustling fungus heal is not fast enough, in my opinion, to justify you having to stand still for 2 seconds. Boy, we don't see embers anywhere, do we? Here we go. Here we go. Another shrine. Oh, no, sorry. That's just the... After you pray to the Shrine of the Mountain, it puts the mountain thing over the teleporter. For a second there, I got excited. Sometimes you do find multiple mountain shrines, and you do get to get even more enemies for even more items, and I would definitely have taken that. Yo, okay. Screw this noise with the spawning a dozen elites as soon as the boss fight starts. How dare you? Maybe over teleported there. That was not necessary. Let's try to keep the wisp population under control. So the boss will occasionally extend his hand through the ground and try to punch you from below. So it'll be on the watch out for those red circles on the ground. I love the amount of cover that we have here. This is really nice. Also, can I say, I think that the shield on kill thing is really doing a lot of great work. One of the 2 bosses is quite low, and I would love to just finish the job. That was a really bad time to activate my ultimate. You can really see the effect of the bonus damage against boss's item. Okay. 1 down. Let's just get down behind this thing for a second and not activate my ult while he's still firing. Why, I do believe we've done it. Ow. Not take that fall damage. Alright, I will take Goat Hoof over more healing. Nope, apparently I was standing too close to the thing and I activated the wrong side of it. That is a thing that can happen. It is best not to stand right on top of them when activating them. So we got a couple of razor wires, which is fine. Enemies will kill themselves attacking us. Is there any more stuff that we can open? Let's grab a drone. And you know what? I think we're just going to go. May as well. May as well hit this. We'll just take some XP. Yeah, we're just going to keep moving. We're gonna try going real fast, because I started this run even later in the video than the last one, where I said we'd have to go real fast. There is an item right over here, and I judged that it was not worth the time to run over and grab it. We'll see if that turns out to have been stupid. Oh, rally point. Oh, you know what? We are here fast enough to get the timed chest. So there's a chest on Rally Point Delta that you can only open if you get here before, if you get to it before 10 minutes on the timer. There are a couple of different locations that it can spawn in, and I don't know where they all are. Is it? Yes, here it is. And when you open the timed security chest, you get the Prion Accumulator. I love my Prion Accumulator. Hooray. This is a really good boss blowing up type item. So the area it spawns in is denoted by the little red blinking pylons. Sometimes it spawns in that container up there, and the pylons will be at the top of the ramp if that's the case. Thank you, Glaive. Excellent work. Good contribution. Let's take some gold. I don't particularly care about repairing the fan, but I do want to open a treasure chest. Oh, I love Bear. Bear is a great item. I love Bleed. Bleed is a great item. Especially on a character like this who has the ability to hit lots of enemies in quick succession. Oh. What are you? 1100. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go trade some blood to the shrine. I don't know if we'll get to 1100, honestly. I really want to see what that does, though. I bet it's like a really good... Well, I was going to say I bet it's like a really good turret, but if it's a really good turret, probably we're not going to be able to accumulate that much money without fighting the teleporter event. So it being a turret would not be very useful as a turret by the time we'd be able to afford it. I mean, we could stick around here for a long time and just try to earn that much money up before doing the teleporter, but honestly, I don't know that that's a good idea. Aha! Sucker! Here's the thing, the Bison never really evolved to deal with teleporting foes. I don't know, let's do the teleporter and see if we get to 1100. I guess, because I don't want to just sit around here and farm. Both because I don't necessarily think that's very effective, and also I don't think it will be super fun to watch. And I don't have the way. Listen, I'm not Northern Lion over here. I don't have the pure performance skill to just talk forever about absolutely nothing. I need things to be happening in the game for me to comment on. Okay, so the Magma Worm. This might be the first time we've seen the Magma Worm in this series. He does this. This is his deal. Ow. Get Prion Accumulated. Wow! Wow, that really worked! Holy shit! So it probably wasn't super clear what happened there because of all the lights. The Magma Worm makes the screen a little unreadable in my opinion. But the deal is, it takes a second or two for the Prion Accumulator to actually fire. It, like, winds up on your shoulder. And then it fires a pretty slow-moving projectile that, like... It works a lot like the BFG in Doom, where it, like, arcs lightning out to things around it, and then eventually it explodes when it collides with something. And we got a little bit lucky there, and I fired it so that it hit the ground right as the Magma Worm came up directly underneath it, and it really showed that dude who is the boss. It turns out it's me and my Prion Accumulator. This right here is the wages of going fast. We are not going to make 1100 gold. My guess is that repairing that thing is probably worth an achievement, and as such probably unlocks an item to be added to the item pool, because that's just how Risk of Rain rolls. I definitely saw that there was a chest over here, so let's grab... Wait, did I not? I thought I saw the red claws of the boss. Oh, it was a drone. Okay, I'll take that. We shouldn't spend too long, but let's just look around for opportunities. I don't want to trade items for a personal shield generator. Personal shield generator seems fine. So there are red pylons in places that are not related to the time chest. So I guess that advice apparently that I that I gave earlier is not super solid. I mean, it kind of worked, but that might have just been a coincidence. That's open. Is that not open down there? Hold on. We were down there. Did I just leave a chest unopened? Alright, I'm taking another copy of the... Yeah. Another copy of the shield on kill thing, because it's really working for us, and then let's get the hell out of here. Love you, Goathoof. Yep, this is just some chests that we didn't come far enough over here, I guess. I'm not even going to open that, because I like my Prion Accumulator. Oh, the ukulele. Ukulele's a good sign. The Risk of Rain gods have blessed us here 1 full hour into the episode. Alright, we are going to see some new stuff. Go fast might not be the strategy, but it works really well as my strategy. It just makes sense to me. Okay, Siren's Call. This place can be a real nightmare. The birds here. The birds here are a serious problem. I'll let the Glaive handle the rest of that. So, looking for embers. Okay, we don't see anything yet. There is a significant portion of this level that is underground. And obviously, if the teleporter is underground, you will not see it from up here. So let's check down there first. Get me a little health. I have seen it occur down here in this little chamber. Are we missing any chests? I don't think so. It doesn't look like there's anything down here. Don't you dare explode. Aw. I'm not even worried about the damage. Aha! Well, I mean, shit, let's just do it. I'm not that worried about the damage, but when they explode, you don't get the loot. Yeah, see, so this... okay, the drone was locked for just a minute as the boss was spawning in, I guess? Okay. I was a little worried that the arrows might not work down here. Alright, here we go. Prion Accumulator, fire! Pretty good item, it turns out. So I believe you have to get to that chest and open it before time expires once in order to unlock the Prion Accumulator to be able to appear anywhere else in your game. But also, every time you do that chest event, it is always the Prion Accumulator that is in the chest. It's never anything else. So that's a little tip. If you want a real good equipment item, you can force one in that way. Alright, new drone. It's a missile drone, too. I like the missile drone. And I like Will-o'-the-Wisp. Hooray! Things are going well. Alright, so obviously we'll spend a little bit of time looking around here. We can afford to, and we know where there are chests outside, like right where we spawned. But yeah, our build feels pretty strong to me, and we are continuing to get good items. Also, continuing to get more drones, which always feels important. I probably shouldn't be so reliant on drones. Drones probably don't scale quite as well as your actual attacks, but they sure do get the job done without me having to be paying attention. And as you might have noticed, I sometimes operate at a deficit of attention. You might say I have some sort of disorder. You might also notice that our targeting is occasionally picking up these little bird nests on the ground. If you disturb the bird nests, you will get... that's how you get vultures. Do you want vultures? Because that's how you get vultures. And the vultures are not a joke. They will fuck you up. So, like, you don't mess with the eggs unless you're 100% sure you want to mess with the eggs. Oh, also, just an extra boss enemy, just floating up there. No big deal. Alright. So you can hear the squeaking of the bear blocking ticks of the fire damage. I love you, bear. No! No, another great drone, and we're so close. I do hear enemy noises. You know what? I'm gonna disturb the nest. That work? Nah, I didn't spawn the vultures. Okay, but these guys might be enough money. It was 305. Okay. Let's get out of here. Feel pretty good about that. Look how fast we are. So I think gold that you earn during the period where the teleport is converting gold into XP does get converted into XP as well. It's not just lost. So it is still worth killing enemies at that point. So have we made it? We have. We have made it to the Sky Meadow. The primordial teleporter aligns with the moon. Okay, this is a place where a lot of runs go to die. Sky Meadow is a rough time. So we are looking for a teleporter here, as usual. But it's going to be a slightly different looking teleporter. You know what? We'll do a combat shrine. Mini mushrooms. Ow. So yeah, the mushrooms... Well, as I was saying, this is a place where runs go to die. The mini mushrooms create those fire zones. They put a little spore above their heads, and they throw the spore, and it creates a little fire zone. And I thought we were safe because I could see two mushrooms, and neither one of them were attacking. You know, sometimes they just wander around. They're a little slow moving. But apparently there was an additional mushroom somewhere that attacked from off-screen, and I got extremely got by that. That said, I feel pretty good about that run. We actually made it to the Sky Meadow, which is the penultimate level, in case you were wondering. And I think I showed that the go fast strategy actually does work a little bit some of the time. I think the problem is I was trying to force it in situations that weren't appropriate. It's an adaptability thing. We just got to pay attention to if the opportunity exists. That said, Prion Accumulator. You know, sometimes it's worth forcing it a little bit. Alright, let's look at the logbook. I was advised to check out the logbook. Show me... Oh, real numbers. Real good numbers. Also, it's tracking stuff. That's good. Show me an item that actually does damage. Okay. So more stacks of the missile launcher does improve the missile damage, not the missile fire chance. Yeah, shit. I wish that these were the tooltips that we got during the actual game. If all this information is already in the game, why do they not show it to you? I guess maybe they found that people were finding it overwhelming, that like there's enough going on when you pick up an item that they didn't want to they didn't feel able to assimilate all of the information that was in like the full text. Okay. All right. Well, now we know that, so I can, in fact, learn the mechanics without going to the wiki. I don't know why it's different for me. Like, it might seem a little bit silly that, like, oh, I'm comfortable reading the text in the logbook, but I wouldn't be on a website. But I don't know. There's something about like this being clearly developer intent and the wiki being deniably not developer intent that I don't know. It just makes it different for me. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Not very successful runs so far, but I do feel like we got to see a lot of stuff today at least. And when you come back next time, tomorrow, we're going to be playing a character that I have a little bit more experience with, and hopefully one that I will do a little bit better with. And we'll see you then.